Me hubiese gustado pasar más tiempo juntos. Estuve pensando. ¿Recuerdas esa pequeña bicicleta roja que tanto te pedí? Y a ese niño que quiso quitármela, le rompí la nariz. Tenía mucho miedo de que te enojaras, pero estuviste orgulloso de mí. Me dijiste, nunca permitas que te quiten lo que es tuyo. Pero ya no estás más aquí. Y me han quitado todo. Ahora no tengo nada.
Está claro que nos convocaste por un motivo. Tengo asuntos más importantes que atender. Ve al grano.
Tendríamos que haber detenido a Vendetta hace mucho tiempo. Es una amenaza.
La estoy siguiendo hace años. Pasó de la nada a esto. Se está preparando para algo. Y si no la controlamos, va a... No, espera.
Vende. Me ahorraron el problema. Están todos aquí.
Marcia, qué placer más inesperado.
No eres bienvenida aquí, Vendetta.
Que no soy bienvenida. Me gané el derecho de estar aquí. Pagué con sangre. Pero ustedes, ¿qué han hecho? Acecharon desde las sombras. Destruyeron el imperio de mi padre. Me apartaron. Quiero lo que es mío.
¿Lo que te pertenece? Niña, no confundas el éxito con la herencia. Ya es hora de que entiendas la diferencia. ¡Qué predecible!
Nunca permitas que te quiten lo que es tuyo.
Patético. Se necesita una gran arrogancia para desafiarme.
Mi familia le dio todo a Talon. Y como un cobarde, enterraste nuestro legado. Vine a recuperarlo.
No te mereces nada. El poder no se hereda. Se toma a la fuerza.
Lo sé. Y tú estás en mi camino.
Me decepcionas. Tan cerca de tu venganza. Y ahora estás dudando. Te hace débil.
Quiero recordar este momento. Talon habrá robado mi pasado, pero yo soy su futuro. Lamento que no vayas a estar aquí para disfrutar lo que se viene. No más errores.
No más debilidad. Los guiaré fuera de las sombras para tomar lo que siempre debió ser nuestro. Y el mundo se arrodillará. Un nuevo imperio de Talon comienza hoy.
Amplíalo. Overwatch, estaciones de batalla. Nos ataca Talon.
Greetings. My name is Chiara Preziosi, and I voice Vendetta. Today I'm reading Vengeance Comes. At last, I have reclaimed my birthright. This is my time, my legacy, my Talon. My father didn't tolerate failure in his organization. I admired that. Took it forward when I built my own empire in the Colosseo. With Doomfist defeated, I will bring forth a new era of Talon. A Talon not confined to shadows, but basking in the light of victory. Doomfist preferred accumulating allies instead of using them. Serving me, no one will leech from this table and offer nothing in return. Vera, have you finished the hard light augmentations? Nearly there, darling. We've already outfitted Talon troopers with standard issue shielding, but we saved the best for your gladiators, of course. Vishkar's intelligent shielding will learn your gladiators' fighting styles. Once the program is complete, they will be unstoppable. I look forward to seeing how they perform in the Colosseo and outside it. Vishkar will invest in Talon, knowing I will tolerate nothing less. There are no avenues for side deals, and no quarter given to disloyalty. Will your gladiators lead the operations to come then? Speak your concern if you have one. Given 3 of our most tenured agents have left over disagreements with leadership, do we have adequate personnel to infiltrate a Helix installation like Grand Mesa? Moira is clever, but she was given too long a leash. All that research reserved for only a few lab rats, 2 of which have now scurried away. You will have your prize, Odiren. I anticipated some defectors. Max has been hard at work, securing new help. Yes, the stray agent I promised, Emre Sarola. I trust you remember him, Moira. Moira's filth is easily bought, and her skill will advance my vision. Huh, and I see your little bounty hunter has remained on board, Max. Yes, Freya is also ex-Overwatch, and has agreed to support the operation. Of course she has. I'm so pleased you found Emre after all. I hope he's just as you remember him. Provided Max covers my fee, we'll handle Europe. Loyalty has always been a buyer's market. Shouldn't be difficult. We've both run operations from Grand Mesa before. This watchpoint was never fully decommissioned. Command was given to Helix Securities after Overwatch disbanded. The base's security system utilizes a mix of cutting-edge drones and human guards, standard for Helix. The guards adhere to a strict recon schedule. It revolves from time to time, but I know the algorithm. Some would question the use of a turncoat, but Emre's results speak for themselves. Excellent. And our distraction? The Deadlock rebels have established a temporary hold at Powder Keg Mine, not far from the base. We'll make a run on the weapons cache at level 4. Enough cover for your team to get what you want. I trust I don't need to explain what will happen if your gang abandons the operation before we've achieved our objective. External partnerships have their value, provided one maintains a firm hand. We're new to doing business together, so I'll give you a pass. Rest assured, you'll get your cover. Good. Connect me with Tokyo. Vendetta. The Hashimoto clan extends our appreciation for your reinforcements. Without your assistance, Tokyo would have been difficult to secure. My troops are easily rescinded, should your bladesmith not meet his quota by the deadline. We will fulfill our obligation. Mauga, I'm sending you to Junkertown. Determine what drives their queen, what she needs to strike a deal with me. Is it prudent to send Mauga on a diplomatic mission? What's the matter? I'm great with words. Besides, my kind of diplomacy guarantees results. The Junkers respect power beyond anything. Mauga is the personification of power. And if the Junkers prove more threat than ally, he'll correct their poor judgment. Now, only one thing stands in our way. Overwatch. Pardon my boldness, but why? Our intelligence shows the International Justice Commission is likely to disband Overwatch in the coming days, given Null Sector's retreat. Why expend the resources when global governments are set to do our job for us? That lack of vision ends today. For years, Talon refused to seize its moment. Overwatch was disbanded, toothless. Your failed leadership did not leverage their weakness. Instead, it enabled this council to eat itself alive for a bigger cut of a smaller and smaller pie. There was no one to oppose you. The world was yours to take. And Doomfist's ideology allowed Null Sector to stoke Overwatch back to power. Yet, even as Overwatch limped through battle, Doomfist tried to pick off its agents one by one, rather than making a definitive blow against the organization. And then, your chance was gone. Overwatch is no longer a memory. They have reformed, and we must end them before they grow any stronger. When are you planning? I am not planning such a move, Max. I have already made it. There's a certain satisfaction that comes from being a conqueror no one believed in. I was cast into the shadows, forgotten. Now, everyone will remember my name.
Is that you? I can't believe it. How did you find me? How long has it been since...
What happened to you?
What? Oh no, Frey. This isn't... I can explain.
You disappeared for years, and this is how I find you? Stealing data from a global security compound, slaughtering indiscriminately. I thought hearing you're working with Talon would be the worst thing I could learn about you, but clearly that was too optimistic.
Frey, wait,
I've spent months on your trail. I worked for Talon agents just to track you down. I refuse to believe all the horrible things they said about you.
I promise it's not what
You left Overwatch behind, left me behind, because you couldn't bear to compromise what you believed in. And now, all this? What have you become?
Freya, just hear me out, please. When I left Overwatch, It was because I thought I could help more on my own. I remember saying goodbye to you and wondering if I was doing the right thing. I remember having options lined up, being hopeful for a chance at something new. But some point after that, my memory just stops. You want to know what happened to me? How I ended up like this? So do I. It's like I'm being manipulated, compelled to act without mercy to achieve a goal I don't understand. It tells me to work with Talon. It tells me to infiltrate bases like this one, no matter how many lives I need to take. And if I try to fight it, it just takes over, and I wake up like this. I don't know what it is, what it wants, but it's turning me into a monster. I know it's difficult to trust me, Frey. There are things I've done that I'd rather have never known. But I promise, I'm telling you the truth.
As if I healed.
I'm sorry, Frey, for putting you in this position. I wouldn't blame you if you walked away. Or if you think I can't leave here alive.
No. There's a reason I came this far to find you. If any part of you is still the Emery I knew, then I believe you. Let's get out of here, before anyone else finds this mess.
This place seems familiar. Where are we?
You really don't know?
No, I don't know much of anything right now.
We're in Riyadh.
I woke up in Lima just a few days ago. I was in Osaka before that. Now I'm here. And I barely remember how any of it happened.
Well, whatever you remember is more than anyone else knows. From the sound of it, you've been off-grid a long time.
Why did you come looking for me then?
Your boss has sent me. Seems Talon's got plans they need you to handle.
Vibe. Look at that price tag. No wonder you came for me.
With what you put me through, I'm making Max pay me double.
If he needs me back so bad he sent you, hell, call it triple. But I'm glad you came. It's been years since I've spoken to anyone I trust, let alone a friend.
Yeah, of course.
What happens once you turn me into Max, then?
Well, I figured I might stay with you.
You will? Even if it means working with Talon?
I don't exactly share Talon's aims. But if that's what it takes, I'll manage. You always had my back when we worked together. It's only right I return the favor. I want to help you, Emery.
Thank you, Frey. I think you might be the only one who can.
Project log Jetpack Katt, entry 1. With Null Sector gone, the team has been sitting around Gibraltar without much to do. I'd say I'm in the same boat, but to be honest, I've had my hands full. Ever since I found this cute little stowaway, my mind has been racing with ideas. For some reason, when I rescued this pretty kitty from in between some rocket parts in the main landing bay, I thought back to some projects I never got off the ground. Literally. I was so young when I drafted them up, and that lazy old Mitzi wasn't much help either. But something about this stray got me thinking again. Maybe there's a way to make this work after all. Looking at my old sketches, I can tell I had a lot of hopes for this build. Guess it goes to show how far I've come that I can finally turn all those dreams into reality. And Fika has been a surprising help. Oh, I named her Fika, by the way, since she looks like a big kanelbulle. There was a funny moment earlier today. I was so stuck on the schematics for the thrusters, but Fika knocked one of my old blueprints off the shelf, and it actually clued me into the answer I was looking for. I can't help but think there's something special about this kitty. I'm thinking over what material suits the jetpack best. A carbon fiber frame would be nice and lightweight, but aluminum would be more resilient. The weight distribution on a cat is pretty different from a human. Not to mention the tail. So for the stabilizers, I'm thinking... Does the harness need shock absorbers, or will Fika's fur be enough? Big problem. How to make a joystick that doesn't require opposable thumbs. I have a few ideas for the motor, but I'll need to be careful. I'm worried Fika might lose one of her 9 lives if it's too loud on startup. And for the healing projectiles... Actually, should they be projectiles? Oh, I bet Fika will love that. I should really add a grapple to the frame. She'll need it whenever Reinhardt charges off without us. I put out different paint options, and Fika knocked everything over except blue, of course. Hon är svensk ut i klospetsarna. And that's that. Blueprints for Project Jetpack Katt are finally complete. Whew. I wish my younger self could see just how well this turned out. To be honest, though, I'm not sure I'll ever get the chance to build this for real. I know Fika would be a great help, but a cat in a jetpack seems crazy, even by our team standards. But who knows? We keep saying the world could always use more heroes, and I think she might be just the hero the world needs right now.
The ceremony will start when you're ready. I've loaded the latest speech onto your datapad if you'd like.
Oh, I'll handle it. Oh, I've designed this entire awards ceremony to maximize budget and spectacle. Every detail in place is a balance of impact and efficiency. And they would test my patience now, just moments before I'm set to take the stage. Well, I suppose I should be well rehearsed. Let's see what they've written for me now. Thank you all for being here today. It is my honor to present this year's Vishkar Award for Excellence in Reimagining Architectonical Applications to a most worthy candidate. But before I speak of our honoree, allow me to introduce myself. As you surely know, my family... Oh, they can't be serious. Bringing up my family before even mentioning my own achievements. Introducing myself as if everyone doesn't already know who I am. The Singania family's connections to Vishkar are... Oh, connections? Once I say connections, I've lost them. They'll think only of the Singania name on the plaque outside, and my grandfather's legacy. Vishkar isn't a dynasty. Well, I suppose it is. But it's not as though I was handed this position. I've trained years, proven my worth. Oh, what utter drivel! They truly expect me to spend 3 minutes extolling our architects, prattling on about their expertise, about how this company would be nothing without their hard work and dedication. Oh, enough. I am the one in charge here. My fortune bankrolls their academies. My contracts secure their assignments. I've already dedicated an entire evening to their success. I hardly think they deserve more of my praise. Oh, this speech is useless. I will speak for myself. Again, Vera, in your own words, from the beginning. It is my duty as an executive for the Vishkar Corporation to project the same lightness of being that we manufacture and provide to our partners across the globe. As an architect and an entrepreneur, I have found a wealth of success. Some have called me too generous for sharing my victories with the company, but a rising tide elevates every ship, as they say. And under my oversight, no single group has risen higher than Vishkar's talented architects. To those present in the room tonight, know that talent alone may only take you so far. It was my drive that carried me through my schooling and earned me the position I now hold. Proud as I am to bear the Singania family name, I don't solely attribute my success to my upbringing. Their support was always rather specific in its focus. As critical as the public can be, One's own kin can sometimes be far crueler. Though my family may not have bought into my initial forays into heartlight manipulation, the care and resources I subsequently put toward mastering the craft taught me more than any academy could. I learned not to tolerate anyone who would question the merit of my work, or insinuate that I have not earned my position. Certainly, there's value in the artistry of hard-light manipulation. But what about the art of negotiation? Of presentation? Shaping oneself to be perfect? Crafting not just a reputation, but an image. Something untouchable. Something worthy. That is the true test of talent. The real... Oh, what are you saying, Vera? Even if it were the truth, no one would respect you. Let alone believe you, if you shared your own perspective. No, just give them what they want. Deliver the speech. Hand out the award. Smile. You're Vera Singania, heiress to the Vishgard dynasty. Keeper of the family fortune. Inheritor of innovation. You will be the one to lead Vishgar into its better, brighter future. They want you to be perfect, Vera. It's a good thing you are.
I hear you're leaving for Kanezaka, Mizuki.
Yeah. Some punks are interfering with our operations out there.
They want me to infiltrate, do some recon. Even Kurora doesn't know I'm coming. And the elders don't trust the Kanezaka branch not to blow my cover. I just came to make sure my dear Toshiro Oji-san had his fill of treats before I go. No, you didn't. You only bribe me like this when you want my advice. Damn. Am I that easy to read? The tales you had as a boy are still present in the man you've become. What's on your mind?
This mission, I'm a little worried about it.
I can understand why. These kids sound like quite a handful. The Hashimoto elders must have great faith in you to entrust you with a task like this.
Look, I get that these Kanezaka punks are a problem. All right? They're slippery enough to mess with our weapon shipments and get away with it. But they're also my age. Some younger even. And they're not part of a rival family. They're just fighting with all they've got to survive. When I think about how I might have to hurt people like that, I guess I don't really want to.
You have never been cruel enough for this life, Mizuki. You always say that. Do you disagree? Have you given any more thought to leaving all of this behind?
I can't. You know I can't. I'll be punished.
By the elders?
And the curse. I've been running from it my whole life. Ever since it took Mom. Back when Dad and I moved here, he thought it wouldn't follow us. But look how wrong he was. No matter how much money he spent on good luck charms, how many exorcists and priests he hired, it didn't matter. He still died. It's not like I asked to walk the Gokudo path. This was my fate. And you're telling me I should just leave? Fight against the inevitable the way Dad did? I can't. If the elders don't get me, if she doesn't get me, the curse will. Either way, I'm screwed.
Curses can be broken, Mizuki.
This is
an anima avatar weapon. After so many years of crafting dismal braids, I was itching to unleash my full potential again.
The elders all think you've lost your touch. If she finds out you made this for me?
You'd best not let anyone discover it. Mizuki, I understand that your family's passing weighs heavy on your shoulders. But you must face the demons waiting on the road ahead. For turning back at a crossroad will not lead you forward. I offer you the same advice I once gave my daughter. You must find your own path. I don't even know where to start. Embrace the journey ahead of you, and you will have already begun. In Kanezaka, no one will know your true identity, right? Make friends. Seek peace. You will only find your place if you venture to look. What if I'm not strong enough? Would I have forged you a masterpiece if I thought you weren't? Okay, Oji-san. I won't let you down. I need to get going. You gonna be okay without me? Of course. You sure? No more tea. No more donuts. No more midnight shogi games. Kiyotsukero, Mizuki. Thank you, Toshiro-san. You too.